married my sister, now we're living together. Roommates in law.
It's pretty good.
Pretty good. We both went low last week, I believe. Now we both went high.
That was top 3.
Sometimes we take the high road, you guys.
Top 3.
I've almost never explored the high road.
Huh? No. Well, I don't even have to pretend that like I've ever explored the high road.
I'm pretty sure you've only got citizenship on the low road.
No, I mean I haven't even made eye contact with the high road. Anytime I try, they're like, "Can we not?
What are we doing?
Can we not?
We're not playing pretend with you.
This
Tim.
isn't who you are.
You keep trying to fool us, trying to sneak in here.
Oh, on back down to the low road.
Head back down to the low road.
Well, I am who I am, folks.
Yes.
What do you want from me?
I love that. That as an excuse for bad behavior is fun. I am who I am.
I am who I am, and I refuse to change
Are you
any of
telling
it.
me not to be myself?
Sorry.
I've been told being yourself is good.
That's how God made me, Tom. I was made in God's image, and this is how I'm going to behave.
Very religious bad guy. I think that's actually it's a lot of priests.
You
probably.
kind of can't argue with that one. If it's like a super religious guy, he's like, well, I was actually made in God's image, so
Yeah.
I'm just going to keep taking the low road.
He's just stealing stuff from a store. I was made in God's image. Were you not?
I mean, I know for a fact I was. Well, I know for a fact also that we're not even roommates.
Not even in-laws.
Good friends.
Good pals.
Silent little whisper there.
Good
Can I
pals
unplug
in
this really
Ridgewood.
quick?
Yeah. He's just unplugging his headphones, folks. A little behind the scenes here. Oh, man, and he's going back in. And can he do it? Executed perfectly.
Kind of broke the fourth wall there.
Just a little entanglement.
Yeah, I needed to be able to move and groove. You know how I get on this
You
pod,
can't get
Tom?
entrapped by your
No, I gotta
cords?
I can't get ensnared.
yeah.
Wait, ensnared, and then if you get ensnared, you're getting like kind of stabbed with something, right? Ensnared you?
Ensnared, I'm thinking like bear trapped.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
Yeah.
So you're kind of getting stabbed.
Entrapped is like a financial scheme, isn't it?
I think entrapment
What's
can be.
entrapment again?
I think it's when like the cops set you up in a way that's unethical.
Yeah, that's
Like I don't think that they can like prompt you to do a crime that you weren't going to do in the first place, and then be like, "Gotcha."
Yeah, which
you go to jail now,
I
dude.
feel like it should be allowed. No, it should be allowed the other way.
What?
We should be able to trick cops into doing a crime. We
yeah,
should
and
be
then
able to
like citizens arrest them.
Yeah,
Yeah, that would be sick.
that's entrapment,
Love you.
but it's a good version.
You're going to jail now.
Yeah.
Citizens arrest.
I just saw a video. Of a guy trying to do this, and we've talked about. I think you do this on stage, but the cop videos are always so funny when the cops are like, "Hey, I don't care that you're filming."
Don't
Like,
care at all.
I'll
Turn it off, or I'm gonna mace you right now. They don't give a fuck, dude. It's
I saw
crazy.
this guy was he was filming. This is unethical, and we should entrap these guys.
Mm-hmm.
But this cop was like working security at a store, but he was wearing his cop uniform.
Oh, I think I saw this.
Yeah, and the guy was like, "Hey,"
And he wasn't on duty.
He's like, "You can't wear your guard when you're taking like private," because basically like cops can double. You can have a job off duty.
Which
You can work security.
Jesus.
Yeah, it's crazy. But you can work security, but you can't use your issued like cop
Your
uniform
standard
and your
stuff.
gun.
Yeah,
and
you got to
stuff.
have on your like
the
worldwide
little, like,
security
yeah,
shirt
the
or
little
whatever
like
it is.
Halloween costume
Yeah.
security.
Here's your paper gun.
Yeah, the body armor is just like foam.
He's like, no, but for the rest of my life, I'm a real cop. I'm like the coolest one.
Just talking to some girl.
I'm a real cop on the side,
I'm
though.
actually a real cop. But
They just
you can
actually
tell.
don't pay us that well, so I do have to moonlight as this idiot that I am now.
Trying not to get entrapped. That's why I didn't wear the
You ever seen
uniform.
Paul Blart?
But this guy was like, "Get out of my face!" Basically, stop filming me. I'll arrest you. Which also, I don't think that's allowed.
Illegal.
And then the guy films himself going to the police station, and he's like, "I got to report these cops that are working duty." And the guy just goes. First off, I don't know what kind of police station this is, but it's like a sliding door. Like
Yeah, it looked a little too casual.
It kind of looks like a.
Looked like they were in a CVS the whole time.
It was the little pharmacy stand
Did it
at
not
a
look like a
CVS,
pharmacy? Yeah.
And the guy just goes, "Nope, we don't do that here." This cop just slides the window shut like he's at a
And he was like,
drive-through.
no, I'm actually trying to report crimes that police have been committing. And the
He
guy was
goes,
like, no,
He
not
literally
here.
said the words, "We don't do that here."
We don't do that here. What? I mean, these people are out of control. I mean, but to be fair, these guys should not have to moonlight in order to make ends meet. Why do you think these guys are on edge as it is?
It's because we defunded them.
Guys hadn't slept in. Oh, shit,
Yeah,
Tom.
dude.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
Well, maybe we don't need the $9 billion tank.
I don't think the
And
Minneapolis
$600,000
Police
worth of
Department
body armor.
needs a tank.
I just don't think they need it.
And I don't know that many people that are fighting for that right.
When is the last time
You
the
know?
Minneapolis Police Department was like, shit, if we had a tank right now.
It was about 2 years ago.
Tank?
No, 4 years ago.
Not a tank, though.
No, they didn't tank
Cars
it up.
would have been just
Chicago
fine.
tanked it up not that long ago.
Jesus, for what?
Didn't Chicago tanked it up during Black Lives Matter in 2020?
They were tanking around town?
Yeah, they tanked. Dude.
That's terrifying.
I saw one of the tanks. Well, it's like an armored vehicle. You know, it's not like a full-on like.
It's like a SWAT thing.
Yeah, but it is a tank.
It's
it
a
has
tank.
a gun mounted on the top.
And if you shoot at it, they'll just like ping, ping, ping
Yeah.
right off. Yeah, that's a tank.
It's a tank.
It just doesn't have
when
like
you're surrounded by Mazda CX-5s, that's a tank.
That's a tank. And 19-year-olds just trying to have their voice heard. You're like, make out the tank. What are we doing, folks? No, I don't know. Let these guys get some sleep. Maybe they won't be so trigger happy and scared all the time.
That's true. I'm gonna start entrapping them.
I would like to join you on that
I don't know
quest.
how to do it.
I'm just like, hey man, you want to buy some drugs from me?
You want to sell drugs to me?
To me? And he's like, wait, what? I'm like, entrapment.
Check your pocket. I already put drugs in
There's
there.
already drugs in there. You're coming with me, pal.
It's like Advil, too.
Get in the back of this
I'm
CRV.
like, yeah, I didn't have anything good.
I was just seeing if you take it. Because if you, under the guise that this was drugs, took it, then that's entrapment. You're going to jail.
Done. You're
Jail.
in jail. Jail time for you. Straight to jail.
Oh, God. Speaking of straight to jail time, what about this? You and I were hanging. We were hanging.
We've been known to hang.
We've been known to hit the hang button a little bit. And this is 4th of July.
Yeah, happy 4th, you guys.
Happy 4th, everybody. Hope you had a great 4th. And so, riddle me this, Tom. We were hanging out. We were with some Australians.
Love that.
You know, they're known to be a bit of a crazy bunch.
They were insane. These ones lived up to the hype.
They were fully out of their minds.
Yeah, a little too much, I would say.
I think they were on mushrooms.
Oh, yes, they were actually.
Which is okay. They're getting
I don't think
loose.
that's a theory you have. I think they told us that.
I didn't want to throw them under the bus, these unnamed random Australians
I know
that we hung out with
We're
on
not
4th
trying
of
to
July.
trap them.
So, cops kick their door in right now. You on drugs, dude? This guy comes in. He's a gay gentleman. Comes in, gives our friend Drago a hug, kisses him on the cheek. I'm like, this guy's having fun. I expected I'm probably going to get a kiss on the cheek, too. Hug, kiss on the cheek. Boom. And then he just really plants one right on my lips.
Right on the mouth.
I mean, right on there.
I'm so bummed I missed this. I could use a kiss on the lips.
I mean, it was a smooch. This qualifies as a smooch. There's a
it a
difference
good one?
between a little peck and a smooch.
Smooch implies a little bit of moisture in there.
That's exactly what it was. That is what separates.
A peck is a
smooch.
It's
smooched.
Yeah.
And, in the moment, I was like, oh, that was fun and funny. And
yeah. Plus, who hates a kiss?
Everybody likes to get kissed.
Yeah.
But then a few days later, I was like, I don't know if that's above board.
I don't think you're allowed to just kiss a stranger, but...
Especially a smooch.
What if would you feel different? Because how are you feeling about it now? You feeling weird? You feeling violated?
Well, my thing is like, I've been trying to put myself in the shoes of the ladies. Because the ladies are always out here getting sexually assaulted.
Sure.
And I'd really...
Oh, so you're going the route of, now I know what it's like.
No. I'm like...
Oh, what a hero.
No, will you shut up and let me explain?
I'm fucking around.
No. Here's my mindset was, in the moment, it was like, oh, I didn't care. That was just fun and funny because it felt like it was in
it's
good spirits.
Yeah. Everyone's friends there. You hadn't met the guy before.
Had never seen him in my life.
Yeah.
But then that still qualifies.
Yeah.
Because, I bet every guy that's like grabbing some chick's ass is like, winking a sugar plum or whatever the
sugar
word. Sugar plum tits or whatever it is. So that's like, quote unquote, in good spirits. But still, it's like, I don't know if you're allowed to just plant one on me.
No, I don't think you are. But, what's our course of action now?
Entrap this guy.
We got to entrap this guy. I got to go kiss him. I'm just trying to get kissed. I'm like, no, the main part of the plan is...
Okay, here's what I'll do. No, Tim, you sit this one out. I'm going to just make out with him.
I'll entrap him. I'll get him to make out with me, and then we'll talk about it on the pod next week.
And then I'm like, wait, did you even call the cops? You're like, shit.
No.
We do have dinner plans, though.
I gave him my number.
So I don't know. I don't know how I felt about that one. It was like a few days later when it hit me, and I was like, I don't know if that was above board.
Yeah, I've had some scenarios like that.
Oh, well, you had a a Matt Kennedy experience.
Yeah, one of our good friends.
One of our
What the
very
hell?
good friends.
I kind of forgot about that.
And that wasn't Smooch.
No, that was tongue down the mouth. I totally forgot about that.
He made out with you.
Yeah.
Against your will.
Shout out to Uncle Matt.
I don't know how it could be against your will. I mean, your mouth was open.
Yeah,
How's he gonna get a tongue down there?
He was quick. he really took me by surprise. I felt like that like nurse in the old sailor photo. You know, the kiss.
Oh,
back from
right.
I don't know if she's a nurse. I'm picturing her in a nurse.
For some reason, I am too. I don't know if that's just like the garb in 1940.
She's wearing like a white.
Yeah, I don't
dress.
know. I don't know. It looked pretty nursey.
Yeah.
Wait, was he leaving or was he just back?
I think he just got back, and I think
that was a smooch.
And I think that one was not chill.
What do you mean?
I'm pretty sure it was like a random lady.
Boy, never meet your heroes.
No, I'm pretty sure he just grabbed her, flung her down in a very romantic position.
I know, it looked like they were both having a gay old time.
And then, well, yeah, but you can't really see what her face is.
That's true. I guess he was.
And also, it looked like you were having a very gay new time.
That was you weren't even there.
No, I know, but
you just want to sneak in
I
gay
showed up
new
and you're
time.
like, Tom, I got kissed by a guy. You were so excited.
It was like flattering at first. You're like, oh, okay, there we go.
Well,
Still
also,
got
I
it?
came in so confused because I had gotten a warning text being like,
oh, these people
you
are...
have a huge fan here.
Oh, yeah.
And then he goes, Tim also just got kissed on the lips. And so I'm thinking my big fan is smooching you on the lips.
You're like, wait, what the fuck is this?
And so I come in kind of ready to get like a
Get your dick
penis
sucked.
in my
Yeah.
mouth. Yeah.
You're like, if that's what he's doing to like not so big fans, holy crap.
But it was a different guy. But that was the
Different
part
guy.
where I
I mean-
kind of came in like with my hands up. I was like,
You did
what's
kind
gonna
of
go
come
on?
in. I was like, hey, why are you like...
I just shouldn't have gotten a warning text. It was a weird warning because I was like, oh, is it like an issue? And then the guy who's a fan was awesome.
Yeah, he was chill
like
as
the
hell.
chillest person
yeah,
there.
a gray-haired king, and we love to see that.
Yes.
These Aussies, they were absolutely on one.
Well, you had to go outside. They were
too loud.
Yeah.
They were too loud. And they were just, you can't smooch people.
You can't smooch.
Yeah, so now I'm on the board of, hey, man, maybe, hey, you down for a smooch?
Would have been weirder. You would have had no idea how to answer that.
Because then you're like, well, I don't want to be like homophobic here. I don't want to be like a dick about this
Like,
thing.
absolutely not, but
But I don't want to.
but not in like a homophobic way.
I mean, it is 4th of July.
I'm engaged.
Trying to show them the
Been engaged
American
for a while,
way.
actually. We should probably plan the wedding.
Nah, that's probably not going to happen. Plan the wedding? Tom, what? Are you
What?
crazy?
What?
We're not going to plan a wedding.
Why?
We're just going to go do it. Oh, we've been over this.
Can I come?
I mean, I don't know. Not as hard as I did from the other day.
Nice.
Come on, dude.
Let's
That's
go.
Not bad. That's not
You
bad.
guys, can you tell Tim to let me come to his wedding?
Send me an email and give me a good reason, other than that he's a good friend of mine.
We'd have to skip the pod for a week.
No.
Probably.
No.
You're not going to give us any warning, because if you gave us any warning, I'd just book a flight.
Yeah, that's fair.
You're going to disappear and say, I can't do the pod this
No,
week.
I'm just going to be like, hey, we do need to record like 3 today. And then you're going to be like,
Why?
And I'm like, no reason.
Going on the road, but I can't promote the dates. Secret shows. Secret lineups.
Secret lineups. And you're like, oh, and they're all in Portugal. I'm like, yeah, just going to.
Interesting. I did know you were going to Portugal. I have a flight to Portugal right now that I just keep changing. I push it back a week every week.
No.
And it's getting expensive
And
in
you're like,
change
this
fees,
is
dude.
absolutely cooking my budget right now. Please, I can't sell enough koozies
I
for this
cannot.
Portugal flight.
Koozies prices are going to have to go up. You're going to $12 a piece.
Tom, did you have a 0?
I had a 0 nomination, yes. Should we kick this off with a couple 0 noms?
Let's get it going. We figured out the little trauma that I underwent.
Yeah, that's going to stick with you. I mean, I had a woman do something similar to me that I kind of like just
Smooch?
swept under the rug.
Oh, wait, you remember those girls in Ridley's?
Oh yeah.
I mean, that was like full.
Oh, yeah,
and
that girl grabbed your nuts.
Yeah, what was amazing is they like fully caught
She
themselves
realized
halfway
it
through.
in the moment. She
Yeah.
goes, "I'm so
She's like,
sorry."
I don't know where. They thought they were at like a strip club.
Yeah.
They thought there was
And
like
all they were doing
ladies'
was getting a
night
picture with Tim and Tom.
with two comedians, and they were like putting their head over our dick, pretending they were blowing us. And they were like, "We gotta go." They were like fully like, "We're gonna leave right now," and we were like, "Yeah, that's probably the move.
Yeah.
You guys should probably. You're all
God.
like late 40s."
They had just seen one of the worst headlining sets that club has ever seen, too. That was 4 years into comedy.
No, that was fun. I was in the back trashing the green room.
Trashing me in the green room. Okay, this submission comes from my cousin, Finn. Shout out my cousin Finn.
Finn, what's Finn? That's a full name, Finn?
Finbar. No, it's just Finn. But Finbar is like kind of it's an Irish name.
Wait, the full name is Finn.
Yeah.
Baby came out and they said Finn.
Finn.
How do you spell Finn? F-I-N-N?
Finn. Huh. Yeah.
Finn Schnee?
Fien in Italian
An Italian.
or Spanish.
But you're Irish.
Yeah, I don't know. Finn is a very Irish name.
Oh, okay, but it's Italian.
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah.
Okay.
And Spanish.
Well, this is tracking.
This guy is multicultural as hell.
This makes total sense.
Anyways,
What is it, Finn Schnee?
Finn D.
Finn D.
Yeah, Finn Diesel. Actually, this is so funny, actually. Okay, because he was. This takes place at a gas station.
Huge. Huge.
My cousin Finn Diesel is filling up gas at a local gas station in St. Paul, Minnesota, one of the greatest cities on earth. Shout out to St. Paul, Minnesota.
Top 5, top
This
6.
lady around, it's a little callback, you guys. Lady around 40, I'm guessing. So one of the oldest women alive.
Just absolutely nothing wrong with being around that age. There's nothing wrong with that.
Lady around 40, I'm guessing, looking around trying to fill up her gas. I finish filling my tank up, and she calls me over. She starts by saying, "Hey, kid, can you come over here?"
This lady was
Nothing wrong with
68
that.
years old.
No, she's from New Jersey.
Oh, the Jersey.
Which I want to touch on, by the way, after this.
It's insanity.
It's
It's
so-
one of the weirdest ways to create jobs, but let's keep
It's
going.
very odd. Okay, so she's from New Jersey, and if no one knows why that's weird, is in New Jersey you don't pump your gas, and in fact, like they kind of yell at you if you get out
Ever.
of
You're
your
not
car.
allowed to. They have pump attendants that right when you get there, they come on up to your window. And I looked it up. I was like, well, at least they got to be paying these guys some decent dosey dough.
Mini.
It's like 8 clams an hour.
It's mini wage.
It's absolute poo.
Yeah.
Then you're out in the sun pumping. I mean, I guess it's not that. Okay, keep going.
Anyways, also, are you supposed to tip them?
I am. My tipping is really falling off a cliff here recently.
Okay.
I'm going back to like 2010 tipping rules.
Okay.
Restaurant, yeah.
Yeah.
Guy helps you move. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
I didn't get shit when I helped you move.
Tom, I was in a weird headspace.
And I brought you lattes and fun John Lennon
And it
sunglasses.
slapped them right out of your hand. Get that latte out of my
Tom, pick up a box. Jesus Christ.
cool outfit, Tom.
You look awesome, man.
Yeah, now can you look at this fucking truck. We have so much work to do.
Just loose skeletons.
Yeah, there were just
That
random
was the
bones.
funniest thing. Is that was the first thing I saw was just a loose skeleton, and I was like, "Boy, you guys really packed up tight, huh?"
Essentials only, right?
Anyways, all right. So she's from New Jersey, has never pumped gas before, and she was like, "How crazy is it that we have to do this ourselves?" How did she get to
St.
Minnesota?
Paul? Yeah,
She's got a rental car.
this
maybe
is already falling apart. Yeah, but still, you still need to pump the gas in the rental car.
right. So maybe this is straight from the port. She goes.
Okay.
This is the first time she's had to fill up.
Flu port. Okay.
Anyways, she's already tried something because when the pump says just please see attendant or please see register and you can't do anything.
Yeah, I love
so,
that.
So she's already at that spot. So he goes, I cancel the whole thing and restart it, and I show her how to pump the gas, and I just kind of end up doing it for her. At the last step for her receipt, it says see the register for your receipt, because I guess that's what the gas station does. It doesn't print receipts out there. And so you have to go in, and she goes, she then starts getting snotty with me, upset that she can't get the receipt because she's on a work trip and the company she works for would pay for the gas. I said, I can't really solve that problem for you. I don't really have a solution for that. She goes, I don't have time for this. I have a important meeting to get to. So I didn't ask questions. And then she goes, all right, fine. I guess I'm just going to have to go. And gets in the car. I'm still holding the gas pump. No real conclusion to our interaction.
So I'm a big fan of Vin Diesel just for him going like,
I can't.
look, there's just nothing I can do about that.
I'm not going to go get your receipt.
You called me over here from over there. You walk in and get the receipt.
That would be insane behavior for him to be like, oh, well, you're from New Jersey. I'll go get the receipt for you.
I can walk.
Yeah.
Certainly you can't. You're from New Jersey. And you're on a big work trip.
And she also lucked out understanding-wise with this kid, the other side of his family is from New Jersey. So he probably actually has a little context,
A little bit
to
of
it,
sympathy there.
and he understands that this is a weird thing. So she's got the best candidate here.
This is she nailed it. This is a jackpot for her.
Yeah.
Anybody else would be like, what are you talking about?
And now she's like, and you didn't fucking print my receipt?
I'm on a big work trip.
I got an important meeting to go to.
You know, it's giving TD Ameritrade.
Oh my God, it is.
Like,
she works for TD American Trade for sure.
act like you've been on a work trip before.
Yeah.
And then, I'm sorry, you know that other places you've never left New Jersey. You've never left New Jersey.
Yeah.
You can't crack the case on how to pump gas.
And like, I'm trying to be, here's the thing is, not being able to pump the gas has nothing to do with the zero behavior. I remember one time, like...
it's the entitlement.
Yeah, like, I remember right when I started driving, and there was like there's a gas station that does something like slightly different.
Right.
Like you can't or you have to prepay or something. You do kind of like freeze up. You're like...
It's like using somebody else's shower.
Exactly,
Yeah.
yeah. And it's like... you're just kind of... You freeze up. You're like, I should know how to do this.
You're the
I
green
can't.
pump or the yellow pump.
Yeah.
And
And...
you almost put diesel in your car.
Yeah, or you pull the pump out when it's still going, and
Or you're like,
sprays gas
I
all over
gotta
your
flip
shoes.
this thing up, because then that zeroes everything out. Now I can start pumping.
And then there's some that say lift the handle up, but they've been updated since, and they're like locked in.
Yes. Well, I guess I have to just kick this thing as hard as I can.
I don't know. I'm from New Jersey. And but that's not the zero behavior. You can be flustered by the thing. The
Fair.
zero behavior is being disgusted by this
Kid that's helping you.
20-year-old kid or 18-year-old kid who's helping you, and then being like,
I have no solution for this.
I don't know.
It's so funny.
This thing doesn't print receipts, so
You might have to take 12 steps inside of there, and
big-
then if you just go ahead and pull that handle, you'll be able to access the building.
And then there's a guy in there. His name is Hank. He's going to take you to the Whopper lair. It's a little Dane Cook deep reference.
The BK Lounge?
Yeah.
I mean, just easily go inside it. That is zero behavior. I'm not going to say it's over the top zero behavior.
No, it's kind of a nice subtle one.
It's a subtle one.
Because
and
she didn't do anything crazy to Finn. If she berated him, or if she
personal
sprayed him with gas,
just on his shoes a little bit.
I knew how to do it the whole time.
Yeah, bitch. It then that turns into zero. We could chalk this up as flustered lady.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah. I mean, she's getting up there.
she's flirting with it. Yeah. I mean, that's for darn tootin'.
Yeah, it's certainly a nominee.
I would think that maybe she was driving away from that interaction going, I think I mishandled that.
I didn't handle that great,
I don't think that was my best work.
but I had this big work trip that
I know
I'm
she's
on.
like, I got to dial it in because I am on this big work
And
trip.
now I'm out $38 that I was going to get reimbursed. And certainly my boss won't understand if I just show him my credit card statement.
Yeah, no, they'll never get away with that. I need a paper receipt.
That's how I've reimbursed everything ever, is just the credit card statement.
And they're like, oh, is that charged there too? And you're like, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that one's on you too.
The McDonald's was also gas.
The McDonald's was also gas. I don't know why that's fun to
At
say.
3:30 in the morning.
What about this zero nom? So we got that.
We got
zero
another
nom.
one. All right.
So I got a friend. She's pregnant. Tom. I mean, you know how these ladies are doing it.
Ladies
And
be
They
pregnant.
stay pregnant. And she's on a flight, first trimester. You know, you get the throw ups in the first trimester,
Sure.
from what I've heard.
No, I know it.
And she's on a flight. She starts getting a little pukey. It kind of apparently it just really comes out of nowhere.
Yeah, I think this morning sickness is no joke.
It's just like bingo, you're throwing
Yeah,
up now.
It's puke time now.
So she's like kind of like, oh shit, like kind of puking in her bag a little bit.
Her bag or the puke bag?
Her bag.
Oh.
Maybe a puke bag. Do they have puke bags?
I don't know if they still do puke bags. You think you can ask for one?
Yeah, but I mean, by that time
Comes
it's
out
too
of
late,
nowhere.
right?
If it's her bag, that's tough. You gotta go shirt or something.
Maybe shirt, but she's
Just
puking.
puking on like all of her chargers.
Well, Tom, I mean, you can't just puke in your own lap.
Yeah, I think I would go shirt. I think I'd go shirt cup. You know,
Kind of all the way over your face.
I'd go right here.
Oh man!
And then
could you imagine sitting next to that? Though?
but then you gotta, and then you can at least take the shirt off.
How you gonna take it off?
Yeah,
It's-
you kind of
it's all
gotta, you
cupped
gotta,
in
you gotta
puke.
bowl it all the way to the bathroom.
I guess you gotta, you
Dump
gotta
it.
bowl it, maybe like
tie it up.
Tie it
But
up.
then you got a midriff situation.
Everyone's
with
like,
a-
damn, this guy's sassy as hell right now. It's just puke coming out of each side of it.
This guy's showing off the tummy at 7A.
You're like, I don't know. It's like a decent torso, but I don't know if I'd be like repping it on this Delta flight right now. But so
she starts puking in a bag,
In
some
a-
sort of vessel.
some bag, and so flight attendant comes by, gives her a bigger bag, puts the little bag in the big bag. Now she's puking in the big bag.
Good.
And I guess you can sense when the puke has ended, and the lady comes back over and she's like, "Hey, thank you so much. Like, I'm so sorry." And the lady's like, "Oh no, I'm not gonna take that. Just put that under your seat.
No, what?
Under your seat.
This
Bag
is
of
the
puke.
flight attendant is
Flight
saying,
attendant.
is saying, I don't handle puke.
Bag of puke under the seat. I don't know if you're familiar with puke, Tom. Doesn't smell good.
No, and also it's a smell that can induce more puking.
Yes. So I'm thinking, lady, you're asking for a pukey flight?
Is this a nomination or is this you were there?
No, this is Nom.
Okay, all right.
Nom
yeah.
City.
All right, yeah.
And so then, it's like a long flight. There's just a bag of puke under them. Flight's doing this number. It's going up. It's going down. Flight lands. She goes to find the puke bag. Puke bag's going. It went somewhere.
Somebody, oh no.
So somebody may have looked down and they're going, what the fuck is this smell? And they just got puke all over their sheets.
Well, yeah, someone was kind of napping, dozing off. They're listening to Phoebe Bridgers, and then they start going, oh man, I feel sick. And then they go, wait, no, it smells.
Smells like puke.
Smells like puke. Let me, maybe, okay, I got
They're
some
like, well, let me
water
check
in
my
my
shirt.
back. I got some
No,
water.
I didn't puke in my
No,
shirt.
that was last fight.
No, this is just a regular midriff.
Let me grab my water bottle out of my backpack. They reached out for the water bottle.
Puke.
Bag of puke on top of their backpack.
So, I mean, this flight attendant,
Flight attendants.
I mean, that's gross negligence, right?
Yeah.
This is like
I
the
also
equivalent of
don't
like vehicular
really get-
homicide.
It's very odd to be halfway helpful.
So here you go. Yeah, but hang on to that.
Here's a bag, and also now you've made your bed.
yeah,
Sleep in it.
sorry. Go ahead.
What is that? There's no way that's a policy they have.
I would think the policy would be get the puke out of there by any means necessary.
They have to have some sort of sealed trash situation.
Have to. Why are you not taking the puke? I get it. Hey, look, folks, we get it. Puke's gross.
Puke stinks.
It's not my favorite thing. It's chunky. It's got weird colors.
It smells bad.
Smells, boy, it's a really strong,
It's the
like,
worst smell. It's making me feel sick
acidic.
thinking about
I
it.
hate it.
Yeah, and it's so like only like a fart and a poop. It's like you come across smells in that family, especially living in New York,
Yeah.
a little bit more.
Right.
Puke, you only come across when you're like within 2 feet of puke.
Right. And boy, is it pungent.
Yeah.
And you see like, you'll see some piss and shit around New York, and you'll just be like,
Puke, you're like,
You see a pile of puke, and you're like, oh god,
God, someone puked.
that's so gross.
Yeah.
But so I mean, where are we at on this? Is this just negligence? I can't imagine being a flight attendant, seeing a pregnant woman puking a lot, giving her the bag, and then saying, "How'd you hang on to that?"
Well, I also want to know what happened when she took a puke bag in the past.
Maybe this is her first
Something
day.
bad happened.
So yeah, she tripped, and it went everywhere.
Oh my God.
Hit a little turbulence. Oopsies! Puke bags in the air.
Just puke on
Just
it.
pies her own.
Slow motion, like old school, like orchestra music is playing, like da 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 da.
It's a bunch of people like kind of diving forward really slowly.
Da, Just getting out of the way.
The bag hits the ground right as the hands are like, oh, it's just out of reach.
And
Puke
then it
everywhere.
just explodes back into her face.
God.
And she relived that whole moment as lady handed it to her, and she said, no, you hold on to this.
No, pregnant lady.
Yeah, and pregnant lady, actually.
Pregnant?
I kind of forgot she was pregnant. That pushes it into 0.
I mean, you gotta like do anything you can to help a pregnant lady.
Yeah, pregnant lady on a flight is so...
She's
gotta
already...
just be a battle.
Yeah. I mean, she's pregnant, so her life
She
is
has
already...
to pee the whole time.
Yeah, she's pregnant.
Right.
She's currently growing a life.
Yeah. She's got, and she's eating the 4 sun chips that you're giving out.
No
those
Biscoff.
tiny little
Biscoff was
bags.
just literal mush.
Yeah.
I haven't had a Biscoff in a dog's age, Tom.
I started, I was trying to cut back on sugar for a little bit. Mm-hmm. So I started opting out of the scoffs. But...
A better man than I.
There's something with a Biscoff and a really bad airline coffee.
I never drink the coffee.
The coffee is some of the worst coffee you'll ever have.
Is it just water with like a hint of coffee?
No, it's like gasoline.
Oh, okay. That's a little more my speed.
I think they brew it. It's always strong, but it's like then it's sitting on that. It's sitting
heater?
on the heater, and it's just burning.
Yeah.
So it's so bitter.
It kind of comes out in clumps.
Yeah, you're like, God, this is darker than coffee usually is,
Right.
and like.
Or they kind of pour it, but it's like comes out. It's like the thickness of like 2% milk. You're like, I'm gonna drink it because I have no respect for myself, but I'm not happy
and I have
about
this Biscoff, and I dip the scoff.
I was about to say you got to dip it in something.
Yeah.
What's that time you puked? You had a good puke anytime soon?
I haven't thrown up in a really long time.
Same.
I puked. Wait, I had food poisoning like 2 years ago.
I just hate a puke.
Yeah.
Give me a tough poo out of a puke 10 times out of 10.
Oh, I mean, I love pooping.
Right?
One of my
Yeah, you're
favorite
one of
parts
those
the day.
guys.
Yeah.
You never have this sensation where you got to poop and you're like, I just really don't want to do this.
It depends on what kind of equipment I have around.
You're in the comfort of your own home.
Oh no, I'll take a poop in my own home anytime.
Well, no, I mean so will I because I simply must. But you never like try to hold it because you're like, I just don't want to deal with this right now. I don't want to shit.
I don't have enough
want to.
going on in my life that like pooping has to take a back seat.
I mean, I'll push it off. I pushed it off for a long time yesterday, and then I woke up at literally 7 a.m. and I was like, you win.
Oh, waking up with the clenched cheeks is tough.
Hate.
That's a bad one.
Hate.
You're like, it's now.
Yeah, and you're like, because I just don't want to go through the whole thing of like, because sometimes you're sitting there and you're going, this is just gross. It's just gross that we do this.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, but everyone poops.
Yeah.
Everybody poops. Did you never got that talk as a kid?
Well, I believe it's a world famous childhood
Yeah.
child's book, I believe, Tom.
Yes, it is.
Hey, what about this? I don't know if
Wait, so where do we stand on our 0?
I mean,
who are we giving it to?
I'm going flight attendant because, I mean, 1, pregnant lady. 2, puke.
Yeah,
Tom,
because that's actually gross negligence for everyone on the flight.
Everyone on the flight.
Yeah.
She's possibly
There's
ruining.
way more of a negative outcome for this one than there is for Gas Lady.
Yeah.
Finn
And she
Diesel
didn't-
is a good nom, but that's not.
And Finn Diesel, don't get us wrong, that is poo behavior
Yes.
that she was up to.
It's 0 behavior.
It's 0 behavior.
She's just not going to get the prize.
She just did.
It's almost worse to be a 0 nominee and not win.
And not even
You're
get
not
the-
even the best.
you don't
at
even
being
get the bucket?
worst.
Yeah.
Yeah. You just made the team and rode the bench.
We
with
just,
zeros.
yeah, it's just 2 guys going, no, you do suck.
You suck. You're just not very memorable. You just didn't make much of an impact in this life.
No, I mean, look, we're going to toss a hero right at my boy Finn Diesel hitting her with a, look, I don't have the solution for this.
He also talks like us. It's so funny. He was telling, he's like, yeah, I started listening to the pod again because I've been driving up to the cabin. Isn't that awesome?
Finn, an absolute king. We love Finn. Tom, what about this? I was on a flight, and I don't know if we talked about this, but there was an Asian couple, and they were speaking to each other in it's Mandarin, right?
That's one of the languages spoken in China.
Oh, I thought there was all like Mandarin.
No, there's Cantonese.
Oh, that's right.
Mandarin.
Oh, okay. But
God,
it's all
look at
under
how worldly.
I didn't know you were fucking world traveler. What the hell, dude?
I also was saying it like I had several others to list after Mandarin. That was it.
You did. The way you said Cantonese, I was like, is he about to rattle off like 9 different languages?
That was the only other one I knew.
It's Cantonese, and then the one you said.
Also, you said Asian couple. It is Mandarin, right?
Oh, I meant Chinese.
Okay, all right,
Chinese
all right.
couple.
Okay, yeah.
And they're speaking Chinese to each other, and I didn't understand, obviously, a word that they said. You would have understood way more than I did.
Yeah, I would have been able to at least pick up on a couple things. I just can't speak it that well.
But it's nice that, like, this is the thing that struck me. It was like, they're a married couple, and it was like, in every single culture, I know what they're saying to each other, but I have no clue what they're saying to
That's
each
beautiful.
other. Right?
Yeah.
She was going like, why did you pack it this way? Like,
yeah.
Why'd you? And he was going, it's just, can we not?
It's fine.
It's fine.
Yeah.
Will you just grab the bag and can we keep it moving?
I don't know. Yeah.
And they finally kind of gave each other a knowing glance. He took the bag and they just kind of got off the plane.
That's funny.
And I had no clue what the actual verbiage was, but boy, do I know.
It's kind of like watching a silent film.
Right?
Yeah.
It was kind of nice. It made me feel like, hey, you know what, folks? We're all in this thing together.
Yeah, we all have shared common struggles.
It was nice. I don't know. It made me feel good.
That is great.
And then I got off the plane and immediately almost pooped my pants.
I thought you were going to say walk straight. You're like, you know what I'm in the mood for? Panda.
Panda. You're like, and there it is. Okay, we'll edit that last part out.
Yeah,
I haven't
perfect.
had Panda in a while, Tom.
Good for you.
I've been pretty good.
In a way that's like you're choosing not to, or you just haven't been presented with the opportunity?
I've tried to order it several times, and they just won't deliver it this far.
I have actually started paying rent outside of the radius in which I'm allowed to get it delivered.
I got a little storage unit out in Flushing, so they'll deliver it.
I think I've finally sworn off for good. I've had this conversation with people before, but I've still fallen victim to it. Mm-hmm. And I know this isn't, I'm not reinventing the wheel here. I don't think that's the right phrase. Fast food in cities is so much worse than outside of major cities.
Burb fast food, you mean?
Well, comparatively.
Like burb fast food is better than city fast food.
Yes.
Yeah, for sure.
And in a way that's like, I think New York is just such a, I've never lived in New York. New York is such a harsh example of it. Like, dude, I went to Chipotle here in Manhattan.
They give you a little portion?
Dude, tiny portions, and like, they're like mean.
You know what you're supposed to be doing at Chipotle?
I just heard this.
You got to be filming these folks.
Thing.
And then they'll really load you up.
I can't do that.
I know, I would never do that.
No, here's what I did argue with someone, though.
You said, give me some more chicken.
I hadn't eaten in like 7 hours. I was starving.
Kids famished.
I'm walking back from this thing, and I walk by Chipotle. I'm like, oh, beautiful. I'll just get Chipotle. That actually sounds good. I haven't gotten Chipotle in a long time. Mm-hmm. I've been told not to go to the ones in Manhattan. I've been told not to go to any fast food place in Manhattan. But it's whatever. I go in there, and I'm like, I'm going to get a burrito bowl. And then I was like, for the walk, I'm going to get one of those quesadillas, too.
Huge.
And I go, can I get a chicken quesadilla, too? And she goes, that's only online.
What?
And I was like, what do you mean? I'm the only person in there, too. There's nobody in line.
I've never even heard of this.
And she goes, you can only order it online.
Yeah, but where do I get the food from? It's still from this store.
I felt insane. I felt like drunk. Because I was like...
Well, it's because your brain's not doing the calculation.
Yeah. Oh, I go, oh, okay. Yeah, but like, you can make it. And she's like, no. Not unless it's ordered online.
You're like, I see the ingredients
and I was
right
like,
there.
so if I got on my phone right now and ordered it online, you would then make it? And she was like, yes. And I was like, can I just order it online in person, is what I said. And she was like, no.
Oh, see, this would drive me
insane. Her indifference told me a couple things. Because here's the thing. Right away, my brain goes to zero nomination, but it's not.
It's not.
Because it's
corporate policy.
It's corporate policy, and it's a service industry person.
Yep.
You get a long leash. The deadness in her eyes behind I knew she had this conversation 1,000 times. And the deadness in her eyes almost made me more furious because I felt like I wasn't talking to anyone.
In the rudest... in the least rude way possible, you almost want to be like, hey.
Yes, exactly.
Like, I need you to come back online here.
I finally said when I was checking out, it was a different lady who kind of saw the whole thing happening. I'm getting kind of manager vibes from her. I go, hey, that is crazy, right? Like, that you can't. And she goes, no. And I was like, "You're dead inside."
Just wake up,
I
lady.
grab
her by the shoulders.
Yeah, come on. Grab my burrito bowl that's like, it weighs 2 ounces because there's 3 pieces of chicken in there. I mean, it bummed me out so much.
You got to film these people, Tom. They're not going to give you the portions you need, but they still want their 1928 or whatever it is.
I know.
How much was it?
It was like $12 or something.
Oh, that's not so bad.
It's not that bad. It's just like it's only online, and then me saying like, "This is crazy," right? Like, all I was trying to say was like, "Hey, be a human with me for a second."
Can we just both agree that this stinks?
It is like hilarious. Obviously, you've had to have this conversation a lot. You have to feel crazy saying, "I can't make that." It's a quesadilla too. I'm like, I'll get back there. I can make it.
It's literally just cheese and chicken.
Yeah.
Little pita.
Yeah.
Nothing.
Nope. Pita.
Yeah, tortilla.
I'd take a pita.
It would be delicious.
Yeah.
Honestly, it'd be absolute
great.
heat. All you needed from her to feel better about the scenarios for her to, this is crazy, right? And for her to kind of look around and go, yeah.
She goes, yeah, it sucks.
Yeah, this is like
it's so
bizarre
annoying.
as hell.
This happens to us. Sorry about that.
And then you go, oh, all right.
I didn't need the quesadilla. It popped into my head as like a little
walking treat.
Yeah.
No, that stinks. I did have an interaction with a McDonald's employee that made me feel a little bit better. I think we were in like Connecticut, and I got an order that used to be my classic high school order.
Okay.
And it used to come out to $10 flat.
Yeah.
Now, I know what inflation is a thing, but the exact same order was $28.
This hurts.
And I go, oh, no. I actually just had the 2 chickens and a 6-piece nugget. And she was like, yeah, it's $28. And I said, $28?
Yeah, this
$28.
Yeah.
And she was like, yeah, I know.
Oh, wow. So she knew. Well, that's funny. I just listened to a podcast about how McDonald's is really struggling with the difference between quality and value. It's a constant battle for the McDonald's Corporation, and I really feel for them.
Tom, I would like for you to delve a little deeper into this. What's going on in the McDonald's headquarters?
I listened to 4 minutes of this podcast. It was the Journal. It got pretty boring.
What was it? Because
quality and value.
And value.
Because they got a ton of public flack for the quality of their food some years back. So they picked up the quality, but then that drives costs up.
Oh, but it's like, hey, can't you just profit $3 billion? Do you need to profit $10 billion?
They have to please shareholders, too.
Oh, God.
They have to answer to the stock market.
This is where we're fucked.
Leave it off.
Leave it off. Man, I was hanging with him the other day, and we were having a good time, and I just had to pull him to the side and be like, it's affected my life in a larger way than it should.
This comedian
Pat Bersher.
Pat Bersher, everybody. I was on a show with him the other day. Boy, did he crush.
One of the funniest jokes that's ever been written, in my sweet little opinion.
Go check him out.
Go find his Instagram, and we'll find the joke where he says, leave it all.
You have to, and we're not going to tell you what it's called.
You do have to give him all the views. So you have to go through all of his videos and then find the one, leave it all.
Leave it all.
I do it all the time.
Yeah. It's hard not to, but it's a pretty hard yell.
But I love when I get to find a perfect scenario where it fits in naturally. Liz will be trying to turn on the AC, and I was like, it's like comfortable in here. I'm like, well,
guess what?
Well, leave it all.
I got a pretty niche reference for your ass right now.
The neighbors come down. They're like, is everything okay? You've been screaming at her a lot.
What is she turning on?
No, are you familiar with Pat Bersher?
No, it's Clip did really well. Millions of views.
He reposted. It did really well twice, so that's how you know it's heat. Tim, by the way. Oh my God. Tom.
I got a hero nomination purely for getting a laugh in public.
Okay, I like that.
I went to a coffee shop the other day. I'm trying to get out and work in a coffee shop a little bit more.
I think that's good. I think I've been trying to do this. Like I feel like I'm not being stimulated enough.
Okay.
Sometimes I feel like I'll go 2 days, and I'm like, I don't know if I experienced anything.
Sure. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
1,000%.
So then you sit down with your little fat ass at your notebook, and you're going, well, it's time to write. And then you go to the archives in your brain. You're going, I haven't really clocked much.
All that's in there is just some guy like pushing around old material.
Yeah.
He's just refiling the old material.
No, I already know all that.
Hey, do you have anything new for me? And he's going, buddy, we haven't done anything.
I don't know. I mean, you can tag up some of this stuff.
We got nothing coming in. I can pull out some of the old archives.
Oh,
see if there's anything good in there.
It's driving me nuts.
From your Baton Rouge days.
I think I'm like, oh God, I have a riff on I-10 or something. But no, I think it's good to get out there,
Yeah.
and I think a thing I'm going to start doing is going no headphones.
Yeah, that's not bad.
I'm just trying to get some something going on.
Yeah, that's not bad.
I can only listen to Not Like Us 3 more times.
You got to listen to a little bit more ambient music maybe too.
That's not bad.
I mean, coffee shop vibe, and it's like, you're listening to Kendrick call Drake a pedophile 12 times.
Yeah, and they're like, hey man, can you at least put your headphones in? It's so loud.
Why'd you bring the boombox?
So loud. Boombox.
Also, this is a CVS.
All right, so you're.
So I'm in a coffee. I went to a coffee shop that looked cool. It was called like the Fancy Kook, I think. And
sounds like a slur. What was it called?
The Fancy Kook.
Oh,
Kook is like crazy person.
yeah.
Sounds
like it could be racist though.
Towards whom? Don't answer that.
Yeah, I'm like, well, I'm not diving into that.
I don't want to know where your racist, homophobic brain went.
No, dude, you tried to just ensnare me right there with that
Yeah.
comment. You're not going to ensnare my ass.
I'll entrap you, you fancy kook. Anyways, so I go and outside they've got a sign that's like, it's basically like it was a saying from like House of the Dragon. Do you watch House of the Dragon?
No, but I'm familiar.
Okay. So I'm a big Thrones head.
Sure.
I've been watching. It's the day after.
Were you excited when all the decorations were all over New York?
It was very cool.
It was kind of cool.
It was cool as hell. I don't know why HBO needs to advertise that much. It was going to be the biggest show in the world anyways.
Still neat.
Very cool. So they're having like a House of the Dragon themed day.
Okay.
God, I meant to post this on my Instagram story yesterday. I thought this was the funniest thing in the world. I'm in line and there's like an older guy who's like he's waiting for his coffee, and this barista, like, I think they had been talking. I don't think they were saying this to everyone. I think they had been talking. The barista handed him his coffee and he goes, "We stand with the one true Queen Rhaenyra." Because that's like one of the plot points right now. We stand with the one true Queen Rhaenyra. And the old guy goes, "Great, where do you stand on a bathroom code? I got a whiz." I almost kissed him on the mouth.
Man. As long as it's in good spirits, he wouldn't have been able to be mad at you, dude.
Like a week from now, he'd be like, "Wait a second."
A few days after that, he'd be like, that was kind of a wet smooch.
Isn't that amazing, though?
That slaps so hard. And I'm hoping it happened exactly the way you...
It was like pretty quick.
Like it just... All right,
And
great.
it was good-hearted. He wasn't like, "Great."
Yeah, just great. So where do you
like,
stand on a bathroom code?
Yeah.
Did it get a pop?
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Okay,
I
big.
laughed like out loud at it.
Big. Anybody else?
There wasn't anyone really else around. It was like a beautiful little moment between us three.
Man, that rules. How old is this guy?
I would say 50s. Kind of looks bad, though.
I was hoping he was older.
Looked older. I mean, look-wise, he was like 70.
Okay.
But the way he was moving around, he was a little bit
too
younger
spry?
Yeah.
Damn. See, I'd like a nice old guy with still just the zingers.
Because I was also trying to see what he was reading, and it was some sort of like war-ish book. I couldn't.
No.
He ended up sitting there
So it was
reading for a
Asmus?
little bit. It was Jeffrey Asmus.
Wait, what was the line? So it's great. Where do you stand on a bathroom
I got
code?
a whiz.
I got a whiz. Now, this guy's got to be older than 50.
Yeah, that's true.
Did you just bang that mic right on your tooth?
Yeah, I did. Thank you for catching that. Trying to crack my knuckle.
You're kind of having a tough
I
time
missed
here.
my finger and just went.
You just absolutely dominated your tiny toe trying to get on the couch.
I know.
Eat
Have
the
you
dang
ever?
microphone.
Did you ever? This happened to me like once when I was brand new in comedy, and I wish I had a video of it because
Oh, I think I already know what story you're gonna tell me.
couldn't get the mic
Yeah.
out of the stand, and then did, and I hit my mouth to where like I bit into my lip. Oh. And then I had to do a set.
The whole
thinking about
time
that.
thinking,
Yeah.
and you're like, oh,
and
there's
I had
blood
like
all
no
over my
riff
teeth.
ability, so it's like I think I said something about it up top, didn't get a laugh, and then I'm like, I'm just doing my 8 minutes, which is really 4 minutes, and if we're being honest, it's 1 minute.
It's 2 minutes. And everybody's kind of nudging, like, you saw him do that.
He did just
right?
kind of smoke himself in the face, right?
Oh God, Tom, what's like I was thinking about this the other day. What's like do you have like a moment? If somebody was like, "What's your most embarrassing moment that you've had?" Do you have like a go-to
Of all time?
Yeah. Do you have one where you're like, "Oh, it's obviously this one."
I don't know.
Okay. I mine because like I have it's just like a clear.
What's
that's the
yours?
one. Well, I told you I got kicked out of the ACT
Oh, for farting.
for farting.
Yeah.
That one's just kind of a runaway. That's the most embarrassing thing where it was like, there's so much fart leaving my cheeks.
Yeah.
And there's so many eyeballs staring at me while this happens. I remember thinking in the moment,
so
like, this is an insane experience that I'm going through right now. I remember thinking that in the moment.
It's like just like cartoonishly embarrassing.
Right? It's like so on the nose that if you tell people about it, they're like, yeah, okay.
I mean, it's so... Were you embarrassed in the moment?
Yeah.
You were like, hell yeah, that ripped?
No, because the thing was
Because also getting kicked out of the ACT, you're like, oh, this is like a big deal.
Yeah, I was. And like the thing was I wasn't trying to be the funny guy.
Right.
I was trying to hold this fart in with every ounce of strength I could muster.
Maybe this is why you don't like farts and poop.
Maybe. I'm scarred.
Yeah.
It didn't stink,
You got a little trauma.
Damn, dude, I'm so traumatized up.
Yeah, you are.
Thank God. Wouldn't that be a bummer for any therapist to finally get to the bottom of that one?
It's fart.
Yeah.
Public, just big fart. Like, yeah, I guess that was the root of all of it.
You'd be like, I'm $400,000 in debt, and I'm cracking the case on this guy's fart. What does my life become?
Yeah, I don't have anything that's that clear cut. I don't think anyone else in the world has anything that's that clear cut.
I don't think so either. I've been like trying to ask people in the audience, I'm like, do you have one? They're like, oh, it was this.
I fell off the stage once at a band concert.
Yeah. I mean, did you like?
Not that bad. I
Did
didn't
you like
get hurt.
eat your ass?
I got back up.
You just kind of popped back
Yeah.
up. I mean, that couldn't have been like a big show or anything, right?
Full auditorium. Stepped over a xylophone and thought there was room on the other side of the stage. And
Eat it pretty hard?
The edge of the stage.
Off the front?
Yeah.
That's not bad. That's
I went
not
down
nothing.
pretty. Thinking back, I'm like, if I wasn't in 4th grade, I think I would have gotten seriously hurt. But
Yeah,
when
you
you're
would've
that
broken some
young, like
bones.
you're fine.
Your bones aren't even bones
Nothing
yet.
breaks.
They're still
Yeah.
kind of rubber band.
Yeah.
Yeah, falling off the stage, but still, that's like 4th grade. So like, you're kind of pooping your. That's still pooping your pants.
Yeah.
Like age a little bit. I mean, I'm a full grown man. Not a full grown man. I was 18.
Yeah.
Absolutely ripping.
Just a loud fart.
4 of them.
Yeah, I got nothing for that.
I got to talk about this more on stage. This used to be like a go-to story that I had.
Yeah, of course.
And it was like an absolute heater. But then our good friend Dan Soder, has the story about when he got kicked out of the PSATs.
Oh, that sucks.
But he did it on purpose.
Yeah.
Mine was a full, and what sucked is I always thought like, oh, I'll always have this like 10-minute heater story that I'll just work on at some point.
Turns out one of our favorite comedians had one very
I
similar
was like,
to
oh,
it.
it's on his HBO special.
Oh, tight.
Sick. So he's kind of doing me right now.
Oh, yeah. God, he did me for Son of a Gary.
That's son of a, is that what it was? Son of a Gary? But yeah. I'm going to start, I think I don't know where I'm going to get 10 minutes to work on a fart story in New York, but I'm going to pepper that guy in on the road.
Yeah, on the headlining sets.
And just be like,
because that's
what do you
a
guys think of
fun
this?
ending on a story is very fun.
Yeah.
It feels
if you
cool.
could like somehow tie that back into a thing.
Or just some sort of message with it.
Right.
You know?
Don't fart.
Don't fart.
Thanks,
don't
guys.
poop ever. It's gross.
I've been Tim. Especially in the middle of the
My
night.
friend Tom kind of likes it, though. See you guys.
You guys hate pooping, or that's my new crowd work?
It's so specific.
You like to poop?
You ever
or?
farted during the SAT? Bet not. Dan Soder's
Dude,
in
it
the
was like
second row.
it was a truly brutal thing. But I think about it more often than I thought that I would.
I got a huge laugh on a burp once.
Yeah.
But it's also one of the first memories I have of being, like, of where I really disappointed my teacher.
Oh, because it was a little too crass.
Well, it was really, I was really good in school at, like, walking the line between, like, kind of fucking around, but I was a good student, and teachers usually liked me.
Well, you were also a very small, very adorable little kid.
I was an adorable little kid.
I mean, it was like the
And I was
cheeks
like,
were meant for pinching.
Yeah, yes, and I was like, nice. Yeah, same with my face, too.
There we go.
I was like nice to teachers. I was like friendly with teachers. And I remember
Homework was always done.
I remember Mrs. Sullivan, rest in peace, love her to death.
R.I.P.
She, I just like, it was reading time or something. I don't remember what we were doing, but it was quiet and like, but like the whole class was there and I just let this huge burp. I like kind of stood up and burped and it got a huge pop. And I remember her just going, Tommy.
Like, this isn't you.
Yeah. And I remember being like, oh, fuck, I'm really sorry. Yeah, that was kind of fucked up.
It's because she was looking at it like, okay, who put Tommy up to that?
Yeah, it's like, hey, come on, dude.
Tommy would never do this left to his
Yeah.
own devices. He's a sweet boy.
You're just letting it. Come on.
Big pop, though.
Huge pop.
Kind of
Like,
can't beat that.
Yeah.
Sorry, Miss Sullivan.
You got to take those chances.
It's Pop City at reading time. Reading time? Wait, so how old were you?
This is like 5th grade. This
Okay.
must have been 5th grade, yeah.
5th grade, reading time. You felt one bubbling up and you said, I'm going to let this thing rip.
Yeah.
You love it when it gets a big pop.
I think I thought it was going to be a little smaller and it was going to make me be like our group.
You stood up.
I do remember standing up.
You stood.
I stood.
You stood up for a 6 out of 10 burp? I don't think so.
I knew it was going to be a big pop. God damn it.
No, you're doing the right thing. You're a kid,
Yeah. Got to be a kid.
Miss Sullivan.
Sorry, the rest of the time I was too busy acing your class.
Yeah. Sorry, Miss Sullivan. Let me have fun for once. I knew what every shape was. Leave me alone. Tom, where are we at? We're at 54 minutes.
All right. I think we can. I got a question to pose for you.
Oh, and I have a question for you.
Beautiful. This
Where-
one's pretty straightforward. It's a New York City question. I got on a train the other day, and a guy sat across from me. You know the short benches at the end of the train car?
The only ones I sit on.
Yeah, so I'm sitting in one of those. This guy sits in the other one across from me. Looks like a pretty normal guy. Mm-hmm. Got a backpack, sits down, whatever. Pulls out like a joint, what looks to be a joint, lights it
Sure.
on the moving train, which isn't the first time I've seen this,
Yeah.
but it certainly stands out. It smells funny.
Uh-oh.
Like, it doesn't smell like weed. I don't know what it smells like. It didn't really smell like... I remember one time I really smelled this guy smoking crack outside my apartment in Chicago. It was that guy who offered me crack.
Yep.
I think we talked about that on the
You want to
pod.
get a little crack for the table?
Yeah, come on, let's be bad. It didn't smell like that either, to my knowledge. And he smoked this whole thing, and then he went like...
Oh, shit.
like zombie mode.
Here's a question.
In
Can
a matter of 6 minutes total.
Can you smoke heroin?
I don't know. And I don't want to Google it.
Yeah. I think because crack, you're like up.
That's what I
Meth,
thought.
you're up.
Yeah.
I think heroin is the one where you start going hitting the zombie button.
I'm thinking maybe ketamine.
You smoke ketamine?
I don't know. I mean, so I've asked a few people this, and everyone's like, well, you can sprinkle whatever you want into like a joint. Of
Yeah, he
like,
laced it up a little bit.
so I guess. But it was crazy, dude. Like, he was with it. He was like a normal...
And he was like, time to go insane on the train.
Yeah, and he went like full, like couldn't keep his eyes open, slouched over.
And he didn't look when he came and sat down, because sometimes those
It
guys
didn't,
come
like,
and sit
worry
down,
me.
and you're like, all right, I'm going to have to
He
get up here
wasn't
in a
like,
minute.
and it's not like, he wasn't wearing a suit. He was wearing like sweats, but like he seemed
Normal.
normal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the beauty of New York City, Tom. You just never know.
This guy just got off an hourly job and was like, time to go back to being a huge drug addict.
Time to ruin the old life.
I mean, it was crazy. I've never seen a turn
Wait, did you
like
get
that.
off before this thing kind of solved itself?
Yeah. Damn. He was like slumped when I got off. I mean, he might have been asleep.
Should have robbed him. Taught him a lesson.
Fuck.
You know? Take his backpack.
I could have entrapped him at least.
At least. Give him a little jail time.
Yeah.
That'll fix it.
He's probably still there. I could see him on the way.
Wait, so here's my little cue.
Yeah.
Where are we at on confronting the bullies on the Upper East Side?
I thought we decided I'm not doing it till I am out of that place.
Well, I'm looking for any sort of update here.
Oh, no.
You walking by, they're still hitting people?
I saw another old lady yell at him yesterday.
Oh, wait, the old ladies are yelling back?
Oh, dude. They get in like screaming matches with these old ladies.
Oh, you left this part out.
Oh, we didn't really talk about
I thought
that
these
part
old
of it.
ladies were just like taking
Well,
the heat.
a lot of them do, but I think a lot of them live in the area, so they get
Oh,
harassed
they're
every
going, "Hey,
day.
get the fuck
every
outta
day
here."
they walk by there, and these young hot girls go, "Hey, you old piece of shit!
Look
you
how
want to
bad
look
you
better?"
look. Yeah.
And so I saw a lady yesterday. She goes, "I don't have time for you."
Love that.
And
Not
and,
for this.
No, for
you.
you. And then the girl yelled back something like, "I'm trying to help" or something like that. And I want to be like, "Hey, you're a nightmare to society."
Yeah, you are ruining everyone's day.
Yeah, no, but I'm waiting to confront them until I don't have to see them.
Yes, that's 100% the move.
Yeah.
And you can't do it with,
I can't do it with the pimp around.
no.
I'm too
No.
scared.
That's how you get a shiv in the back.
Yeah, because he really has a darkness to him.
Well, if he's got those ladies out there doing his bidding, something's bad.
Yeah, there is some sort of. He's got them ensnared
For sure.
somehow.
Entrapped.
I gotta entrap them.
You got to entrap him.
Yeah.
Well, because this is like you cut off the head, the tentacles don't work, or whatever that saying is.
Right. I
You
thought
know
it was
what
you
I'm
cut
saying?
off the head, 2 more grow back.
Well, I think that's
Medusa.
That's Medusa. It's got to be your Dusa.
It's got to be your medulla oblongata.
No, I think you cut off the nose to spite the face.
Sure. Yeah.
Cut off the head of the
Cut off the
Head of the serpent.
Head of the serpent, and there's no.
And then the
there's no more
serpent doesn't know-
temptation from the devil.
yeah. Serpent don't know what the hell's going on anymore.
Then the devil. That's when the devil goes down to Georgia. I'm trying to get the devil
That's
out
when
of
the
New
guy-
York, back down
Back
to
into
Georgia.
Georgia, looking for a soul to steal.
Yeah.
That's what we need. Okay, Tom, where are you going to
Let's
be
wrap
at?
this thing up. I'll be in North Carolina, Raleigh, North Carolina, this Sunday, July 14th. Please, God, if you know anyone in Raleigh, North Carolina, or anywhere surrounding there who's willing to make a trip, I just got to note somebody's going to be driving an hour and a half to come see me. And that, I wouldn't encourage that, but that's cool.
Hour and a half.
Yeah.
I don't know about that, but hey.
On a Sunday. I almost was like, I got this DM, and I was almost like, yeah, you don't have to.
But that's kind of you got to drive back, too. 3 hours round trip.
No, I was like, hey, I got an extra bed in the hotel room.
You could just stay with me. I don't want to make you do this.
You might be
man.
the only person at the show. So, you want to just hang out instead?
Yeah, let's just
maybe
kinda
mini
hang.
golf or something. Anyways, Raleigh, North Carolina, and then other shows coming up that tickets are on sale for: Tampa, Orlando, Chicago, Fargo, Sisyphus, Minneapolis, and Burlington, Vermont.
Burley. Love Burley.
You want to come with and camp?
And Burley?
I'm gonna go into the mountains of Vermont after.
Aren't we already camping?
No, that's a cabin. That's a bin.
Oh, hitting the bend.
You're not an outdoors guy. I always forget this.
Well, I've never really been I'm a beach guy. That's outdoors.
Okay, yeah, different vibe.
It is a different vibe.
Vermont in the fall,
but it is-
not quite a beach vibe.
It is outdoors, though.
That's you're telling the truth.
I've mowed a lot of grass.
Outdoors. Yeah.
Fixed a few
That
things.
is even like almost a type of lumber
right?
or lumberjack skill.
Very much
You're
so.
just cutting a smaller plant down.
And you're going, getting that thing started, Tom.
yeah.
Okay. We'll
Where-
talk
where
about
are you gonna be?
Vermont. New Orleans, Louisiana, this weekend. Come on out.
This weekend.
It's going to be a fun time. And
July
then
12th,
Providence. Then Providence the week after that. And then I'm going to be in Amarillo, Texas. And then, I don't know, we've said these a million times on the pod.
Amarillo by morning.
Get some they're mad at me, too. I just
Have
got
you
a
listened to
weird-
that song yet?
No. I just got a weird email from them. All right. Come get a dang ticket.
Well, check out those shows for sure, because those are going to be electric. Tim's going to be fist fighting the owners.
Everyone's mad at me. Again, a tale as old as time, Tom.
People are either mad at you or kissing you on the lips.
And there's no in
There's
between.
zero in between.
God damn
it's
it.
either you're mad at him or you're assaulting him.
Yeah, can someone just be nice?
Someone give Tim a hug
what
if you
the
see him
hell?
this week.
All
we
right.
love you guys. Bye.
He married my sister, now we're living together. We're roommates.
Okay, yeah, this should work. I would like another one as well.